So I'm gonna go ahead and spit it like this. It's the real in regards to the deal, in regards to how they feel, in regards to how they want to spin your wheel and take you backwards into time when it wasn't cool and when things was like stuck in the past, stuck, you know, stuck from behind. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm not a financial advisor. This is based solely on my own opinion, news, national, local, internet, Google search, Wikipedia. Look, this is a big topic. You know what I mean? This is like gargantua. You know. But this is their text, their history, their practices and preachings and ways that they like to practice ways of life. Anyway, so it goes like this, you know. It goes into the transnational capital class, the transnational elite running the show. You know, at the church, you know, history of beginning of, you know, making of man before Christ, after Christ, to historical events witnessed or scribed from accountants of past. Man, do you know that man rewrote the Bible? Um, you know, it's I mean, it's just hard to believe how they want you to believe things and follow things and teachings when they're the ones making the teachings up for the most part. Um, in the Bible, the Saturn day is the Sabbath day, day of the Lord your God. The Ten Commandments, also known as the Decalogue, thou shalt not have no other God before me. Thou shalt not make unto any graven image, false idols. Thou shalt not fake thy name. I'm sorry. Thou shalt not take the name of thy Lord in vain. Um, Remember the Sabbath day. Just talked about that. To keep it holy, honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witnesses against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thy neighbor's house. Um, you know, these are a set of biblical principles relating to ethics and worship that play a fundamental role in Judaism and Christianity. Now, I told you I can't make this shit up. This is what man from recording of miracles witnessed plagues, famine, and unexplained events of happening that could, you know, logically only be concluded by supernatural or the universe, you know, divine intervention, the Almighty God. So said from witnessed accounts, written, scribed, scriptures. You know, I used to go to church when I was little. You know, I went to Sunday school. Connection to the app is locked. With Miss Brown, and then main service with my parents. You know, we were taught morals and values of the Bible in the covenant between man and God. You know, based on the Ten Commandments. You know, just as the brainwashing, teachings of the, you know, pledge allegiance to the flag were taught in school. I believed because of what I was taught and shown, but they left out the details of the real, you know, the real that this is all practice and teachings, you know, talk from the forefathers, you know, the pharaohs, the overseers. So, how scandalous were the Romans, or should I say, were how scandalous were the Romans back in the day? story is told that the Romans, the first instance, 750 BC, rape on the Sabine women. Carefully executed example of nation building in which the Romans replenished their dwindling supply of fertile women by carrying off the wives of and daughters of the neighboring Sabines. Like I said, Babylon. Rob and rape and pillage the land, leave nothing. Look at how they parade around all these years earlier. Julius Caesar had polarized the rage for celebrity cross-dressing. When aged 20, he lived the life of a girl in the court of King Nicodemus the Fourth, and was later referred to as Queen of the Nile. Every woman's man and every man's woman. Seems back then incest was a common happenstance. See, I was thinking too hard, I get it. Of course, you don't agree with my views, the the Babylonian ways of the past, you know. I mean, this says it all, in regards to homosexuality practices and rituals that were performed, human sacrifices, killing rituals of, one or more humans, usually to appease the gods, or a human ruler, authority, or a priestly figure, or spirits of the dead ancestors also had a retainer sacrifice. King's servants were killed to serve their masters in the afterlife, or as they said, the next life, right? Why would an industry, the music industry, the Bafama, that's filled with extortion, murder, scandal, corruption, sex trafficking, and homosexuality, human sacrifice, allegedly, right? Well, from reports, it's not that allegedly anymore, as well as if, read your history, read the newspaper, yeah, just read your history scribed, by colonial man. So why would the industry have the same view as me, a law abiding heterosexual black man, you know what I mean? With traditional morals and values based on man's recollection of, the covenant of man and God. You know what I mean? Um, Man's recollection of being punished by God. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's, all those plagues and unexplained of happening events. It's more like God was scorching earth. You know what I'm saying? And for the laws being, disobeyed. You know what I mean? Scorched earth so that, basically he could, I guess, reestablish, the covenant between man and God.